This is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel, up here at Brooklyn Camper Vans for their block party. Look at all the vans. And I just met up with Mel. Mel has a Coachman camper van. He's going to give us a full tour of today, so join us.
Patrick, good to see you. Good to be on your channel here. And I want to show you my Coachmen Nova. It's a 2022 on a Ram Promaster 2021 chassis. So it's got some of the new safety upgrades. But I bought it used, but this is the fourth RV that my wife and I have had over the last 15 years, and had some that were bigger, some that were smaller. This is turning out to be Goldilocks for her and I. We sold our big house, bought a condo, and we like to think of this as our vacation home. And so we got nice running boards here that come from Coachman. It's a pretty rough surface if you don't have shoes on. So this rubber strip, we added this rubber strip here to just to give us a little more comfortable footing. It's got the upgraded wheels, and it's been good. The awning is a Carefree awning. Quite honestly, the Carefree awnings are anything but carefree. There's been a lot of recalls on them, and but it's working. It's all in good shape right now. It's got the wind sensor. So if we get a good gust of wind, it's going to retract automatically. And now this is just something I added because, you know, if I'm outside and I want to have a beverage, I can drop this down and you know, close the door when I hit the road, when it's time to hit the road. And then so we got a nice grab bar here. Coachman seems to make it pretty easy for old people like me to get into something. It's got a nice screen door, and so I just like the way they've put that in here. And porch light, it was white. Somebody said yellow attracts less bugs, so I put some yellow lights on there. And this is a motion detector light, so if you're coming in at nighttime, it'll come on. Maybe like that. And then, so this is all carpet. You get a little storage. You got a USB port here for charging your phone, maybe while you're going down the road. Some extra storage here for, you know, waters and fishing gear and things like that. The seats, both seats turn around, but I just didn't do that today. The table that comes with Coachman would have never fit in this situation. So this happens to be, oh, you can't quite see it, but it's a Rachel Ray serving tray. And I just put their mount on it and put it there. And when it's time to leave, I just throw it on the bed. And so it lets me have it. We've upgraded to a Kenwood headset there. That's worked out nice for us. I'm a guy that likes the old necker knobs, and so that's fun. It just makes turning on the streets and backing up a lot easier. And then you got this pizza oven storage up here. That's probably the hottest part of any of these Class B vans. And but you know, you got a nice reading light here that you can turn on and off as you need it to be. Now, another thing I added here, you see these clips. I have these curtains that I won't install it for you now, but they have snaps. So I just bought these curtains off of Amazon, and you just start there and work your way right down, put it behind the seat so you don't have to mess with the shades, and it just makes it a lot easier to close it up at nighttime. And you still see the steering wheel, so it gives a little more stealth look for what that's worth. It's got a nice little pull-out drawer. It's got the microwave. It's got a big pot and pan drawer. Of course, it's got a sink. Now, because the tanks on these B vans are small, I use this, you know, collect some of the dishwater, so I don't have to fill up my tank or empty my tank so often. So that's handy. And here's the control panel. Now, it's a Firefly system. You've seen that on a lot of B vans, I guess. And when I bought this was a AGM battery. It had 2 AGM batteries in it. And I've taken those out. I've replaced it with 300 amp hour lithium batteries. So I got 300 amp hours of lithium battery. It's not going to run the air conditioner very long at all, but it lets me leave these lights on all day or all night, whatever I need, and run the cooktop. It's an induction cooktop, which is pretty nice. And the buttons, you know, I can turn the LP on and off. There's a Wi-Fi ranger here that we can use to get Wi-Fi in a campground. And, everything in this van, all the water lines in this van are above the floor, except for the gray tank. So they give you a gray tank heater. And so I can go 4 seasons in this van. And I've used it in the winter, and it's fun. It's got solar, and right now we're pulling in 6.7 amps of solar energy. Nothing terribly exciting, but it keeps the batteries topped off. And then this is a Dometic refrigerator, and all my leftovers from dinner, and so that's pretty nice. And then, you know, you just get all kind of storage. The thing I like about Coachman is that it's well insulated. All the cabinets have that carpet in them, so the noise is really minimized. And this stainless steel trim is nice. I didn't know it at the time. It's not magnetic, so it's show only, but it's hiding lights behind it that for nighttime illumination. So you get a screen that comes down that way, or you bring up the shade, or you find your happy place in the middle. And it's awning windows, and this is the cutlery drawer. Surprise, surprise. Now, the thing I like about the Coachman compared to, say, like the Travado, is that you got a little more room up front here. It just feels a little more open to us. I had a Travado, and I just feel like you can move around here a little easier. So we got a couple drawers, and what made me buy this one, a trash can. It's got a TV. It comes with this stereo system. It's nothing to get excited about. So I bought a $39 JBL speaker, and you get a little spotlight here for reading, and you have the max air fan, so that you're on a hot day like this, you're getting the air sucked out. Now, the biggest mod I made to this, though, is putting in these party lights. I think that's kind of the finishing touch, don't you think? But going back, you know, there's plenty of storage through here on both sides. That's my wife's side, and this is my side. We added these, they're called anything keepers. You can get them on Amazon for, I think, like 40 bucks a piece, and they just mount right up there. So, you know, we can put our glasses and whatnot in there at night, and it's all good that way. And you know, pouches are everywhere, just a lot of extra storage. And I'll show you on this window. These are the awning windows, which I think is very important, because if it's raining, you can still have the windows open and let air come in. And of course, you just pull down the screen and hopefully keep the mosquitoes out. So we'll close that up. We got the 2 twin beds. Quite honestly, folks, you know, wife and I have been married long enough that we can do nicely now with single beds. And when we bought this, it was, the bottom here was screwed down. So what I did was add a piano, cut this with a saw, put a piano hinge in there just to give me some additional storage space, and to make it easier to winterize the rig in the winter time. These cushions are nice because we can mount a lagoon table right here on this mount, and just sit here and have a nice backstop for eating dinner, or if my wife's on that side, she can watch the TV. So it works out pretty good that way. And on this side, I had this sign made, so if we're out traveling somewhere, we don't want anybody stealing our campsite. And again, just put some hinges in there so you can get to the batteries and the inverter. And so that pretty much takes care of the bedroom side of things. She has her own reading light, and you know, she can put that up there as she needs it. Before we head to the bathroom, I should point out there's a second Firefly display. You got the one up front, but if you're up in the middle of the night and you need to turn on the bathroom light, you can do that. Hit any of the lights you want. Or things are getting a little hot and you want to start up the generator to run the air conditioner. One of the nice things is the sound insulation on this van is pretty good. And I don't know that your microphone is going to pick up that the generator is running. But it's the new Onan quiet generator, and with the insulation, we don't hear it. So it's pretty good. So I'll show you the bathroom. It's not a bathroom you want to have a party in, but it's our bathroom. It's big enough for taking care of things. This used to have a round sink that would never drain. Coachman this year came out with a new sink, and I ordered one and replaced it so that you have a nice sink here, and I'm not sure what you could wash in there, but something small. And if you want to take a shower, you pull this curtain around, all the way around, and you pull this out and put it on spray, and you take your shower. It has a nice door. I'll be back in a moment. And then we got plenty of storage over here. Same thing down here. Snack drawer. I've been eating them. There's nothing there at the moment. And all my tools are in here, so that's my garage. And then we have a separate fan just for the bathroom. You just push that up and turn that on, and any odors are going to go out that way. And then medicine cabinet. So, and then I'd have to go out back to show you, but this has a screen that goes all the way down to the floor, so that if you have the back doors open and that side door open, you got plenty of cross ventilation moving around. So if you want to go outside, I could show you that. Don't get old. Most of the ProMaster B vans that have a generator don't come with a spare. And so this is a spare rack from Landed Gear, landedgear.com, and you just buy the tire, you mount it here. So now I have a spare and a bigger bumper. Traction boards if I need them. I have a hitch receiver if I want to be towing something. Not that I would, but opening up the back of this, this was just a big cavity, and I added these nets just so we could get more things in storage here. Added these nets, so this is my fresh water hose and toilet tissue holder. Got to have that. Now, I was starting to show you this screen from the inside, but this comes down, and with this screen down and the screen on the side of the van, you're able to get some great ventilation during the nighttime. And put another net in here on the side to hold the power cable, 30 amp service. And then at nighttime, it's easy to just drop these down and have your privacy at night. So on the driver's side, this is where all the mechanical hookups are. Our 30 amp service plug is here. This is that smart plug that makes a tighter connection. Pray you don't lose the plug because it's a $500 extension cord. A solar hookup if you want to add solar panels on the side. Here's your spray port if you want to take an outside shower or hose off your feet. And then you got your traditional city water hookups. Fill up your fresh tank. I got 27 gallons of fresh water on board. And then I can use this as a black tank flush to flush out the black tank as needed. Coachman gives you two cleanouts. This is for the black tank and the gray tank from the shower. And then up here, this is just a gray tank from the kitchen sink. And I added these handles because, when you get a little older, it makes it a lot easier to get to that. And you can open this first just to make sure that there's not something unwanted getting ready to come out at you before you hook up.
You don't want the surprise.
You don't know surprise. I'm past the surprise. And this is the exhaust pipe. This is where the sewer hose is kept. It's a 10-foot Rhino hose, and it's long enough. A lot of people have 20 feet of hose, but you don't need that. And this is your LP tank connection here. They do a nice job of, so you don't see that going down the road, and nobody, starts messing around with that. But here's your fill, and there's a safety switch and that sort of thing. So it's good.
Mel, awesome tour of a Coachmen Nova
Thank
on
you.
a Ram Promaster chassis. So you had bigger RVs before. Life changes, travel changes. I bet you use this more.
We do. We use it a lot. My wife doesn't want a camper; she wants a hotel room on wheels.
There you go.
And I think a lot of women would probably agree with my wife on that. And we've been to all 50 states now. We didn't take this to Hawaii.
All right.
Didn't take it to Alaska, but we've been every place else in our vans. And
It could do some cold weather camping.
Absolutely.
It's got the dual pane acrylic windows on
absolutely,
it.
absolutely.
And it's a good aesthetic. I mean, you look at it from the outside, I mean, it looks pretty classy.
It's been debadged. Nothing. No offense to Coachmen or anything like that. Just try to look a little more stealthy, not try to look totally like a camper van.
Well, thank you very much for taking the time today to
My
give
pleasure.
us a tour. I'll let you go back to showing it off for everybody. I appreciate you sharing all this information with our audience.
My pleasure.
See you soon.
Be well.